The triple countertops are pretty much the nicest of the countertop units you get. You get them in either white housings or clear housings. We, from the ones from the factory, we actually swap the housings in both cases with higher quality units. In terms of filter options, there's quite a few, so you need to make sure you're getting the correct set for your specific needs. If you're on municipal water, then you'd want to remove sediment with a sediment filter, and then chlorine with carbon filters, such as this one is set up with a sediment filter and 2 carbon filters. This would be for an area with a high amount of chlorine. If your main problem is more dirt coming through the water, but you have a little bit of chlorine, you can also go for option which is sediment filter, carbon, and then sediment filter. Note that these units would not do anything about bacteria, and in fact the carbon filters is a very good breeding ground for bacteria. So typically your lifespan would be about 3 to 6 months on those filters. If you want to upgrade that to something better, you can replace the carbon filters with either KDF or a silver nano impregnated carbon, which then gives the carbon a much longer lifespan, typically a year or more. The KDF has the advantage that you also remove some heavy metals. Typically, however, if you want to run a filter set for a longer time, what we would do is go to a sediment filter and then to something like a KDF or silver nano, and then into a ceramic or a 0.1 micron pleated filter, which is a physical barrier for bacteria. The advantages and disadvantages, basically, the pleated filter has a much higher surface area and a higher flow, and it also takes a lot longer to clog up. But the ceramic filter is slightly washable, so you can wash it for a few cycles. And what's very important, if you use a ceramic filter, just to flush the system with the carbon or KDF first, so that as the dust coming off the filter is enough to clog the ceramic filter quite easily. Typically in most systems we use the pleated one because it has less issues, but if treated well, the ceramic can actually last longer. The big downside with any countertop system is that when you have water feeding into it, your actual water connection is right at your tap. So if you're diverting water through to the filter system, you fill up all of these filter housings and they get pressurized as they're pushing through the filters. When you close, all of that pressure and water that will then flow out of the tap. So it'll keep running for a while after you actually close your incoming supply. But in terms of countertops, other than the zip unit, these are the nicest units available.